Okay, I think it's fixed. Good grief. I had a terrible time. I hadn't saved, but I didn't advance. Oh, great. Of course, the entire stream just died. That's fantastic. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Alright, so what are we looking at? Some proof that Graydon killed Mr. Windibank. Or stole the government's secrets. Or evidence to force Gregson admitting he struck a deal with the witness. Let me ping the, just put a thing back out in the Discord just in case anyone disappeared. Okay. What would it work? Do we have it? Or am I going to have to... I mean, if we had that proof... we wouldn't be in this situation. I'm just gonna have to, might have to do it in the summonation examination. That might be the only chance we have. That is, unless you have some compelling evidence you have thus not far presented to the court. If we let the judge call on the jurors who announce their leanings, Gina will be found guilty, or Jenna. So there's no choice then, Runo. You have to throw some more evidence at them. This is it now. It all comes down to this. Who do I present evidence against? Gregson or Graydon? I have to make a decision. I gotta check everything now, don't I? It's just the cat. The Hound of the Baskervilles. We still have this. Okay. Understandable, Space. You're in the climax now. Dr. Stevens. Thanks for reminding us. We're in danger. I'm just looking at everything real quick here. Can we punch the danger? I mean, Luigi is extremely shady. I don't think looking at the guns is going to help, but I'll look. Is everything underneath, maybe? No. I don't think looking at the bullets would be helpful either. This is very difficult. Okay. Can you give me some information on this, Iris? Oh, she's not gonna give me any. Oh, wait, hold on. The Hound of the Baskervilles. Sure, I used Daddy's notes to write it. I think it's a great story. I don't know why Hurley's forbidden me to publish it. No, it's strange, isn't it? Perhaps this is a problem with the title? Perhaps Mr. Sholmes is a family friend of someone who has that name or something. This has not been relevant in a while. Well, it doesn't have quite the same ring to it, but I could change it to the Hound of the Naranjados. I'm fairly sure that Mr. Sholmes is a friend of someone who has that name too. Okay, so this is a real long shot here. This is probably not going to actually be the answer. I think it's way too far out of left field. Hold on. So the question of the day right now. Here's the thing. Where's it? Oh, I have to go all the way back to this. I need some proof. I need some proof that Graydon killed Mr. Windibank or stole the government secrets. Or some evidence to force Gregson into admitting he struck a deal with the witness. And my thought is, the only thing that might get Gregson to change his mind when it comes to confidential information is to force his hand with different confidential information. Because I believe Sholmes said at one point, and Sasato seemed to know this to some degree somehow too. I don't know how she knew this. Oh wait, no, it's because, well, I don't remember the exact things. That she knew the whole title of the book before it even existed. It's some kind of secret information. I think that's why Sholmes wouldn't publish the book. So, if that's the case, there's probably some classified information in there that can't be seen. So maybe I can scare him into it. Expose him to, yeah, exactly. Expose him to exposure. I'm gonna try that. I saved, so we should be fine. Right now, it's the only thought, because here's the thing: if we have evidence that Graydon did any of those two things, we would have played that evidence by now. I feel like we would have done that. That's the only thing that makes sense. The case is named off after this. All right, I'm gonna try it. Inspector Gregson, there is one final piece of evidence I would like you to see. What's that then? I've been so out of it for so long. If you refuse to acknowledge that you did in fact strike a deal with the witness here today, then you leave us the choice but to examine this piece of evidence thoroughly. Well, go on. This is my last chance. It looks like I'm going to have to force his hand here. One final piece of evidence to get this detective to admit the deal he clearly struck with Graydon.
Take that!
That's not... What on earth is this, Counsel? Yo, this is a good sign. Irrefutable proof, my lord. This is of the corrupt dealings that went on between these two men. I don't know if that's this thing. I think this is wrong, actually. Or perhaps irrefutable proof of the corrupt workings of my learned friend's mind. Yeah, okay, that was a stretch. Really, Counsel, at this stage of the proceedings, I would have expected more considered argument. The offense would be duly penalized. Blasted. They only struck that deal at the very last possible moment when they were in the stand. What's more, there's no love lost between them, clearly. It was strictly business. Okay. If you think about it, murder and treason are both such serious crimes. Yes, punishable by death. He stole our circle. So I don't think old Selkie is going to admit to either anytime soon, do you? No, but Gregson, on the other hand, he's just refusing to admit that what happened because he's been sworn to secrecy, out of a sense of duty. I wonder, if Gregsy's lips are sealed because he's determined to do his duty, then perhaps to prise them open, you're going to have to be determined enough to do your duty too, Bruno. Of course, he'd do anything to follow his orders. So... Wait, I know that! I urge you to consider this as your final deed in this trial, Counsel. I know. Oh, I'm stuck here. This is the commitment. What do I have? What the heck was that? Oh, it's my phone, obviously. Okay, so if that angle's not gonna work. The best technique through trial and error of every piece of evidence. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not a fun way to do this. What do I do? I know what they're asking. Does anyone have any thoughts? I need to persuade him. What were the exact wordings of it? If his lips are sealed because he's determined to do his duty, then perhaps to prise them open, you're going to have to be determined enough to do your duty too. What does that mean? You do anything to follow his orders. No thoughts, that empty. Fantastic. You have to be determined enough to do your. You have to be determined enough to do your duty too. You do anything to follow his orders. So, what is it do we have